In a previous video, we looked at a bombing attack on the Wang Po Viaduct, which ended with this photo showing the damage far below. I was looking through some preliminary interpretation reports and stumbled upon this one. It's describing a mission by the RAF 684 Photo Recon Squadron, Mission 820 on April 7, 1945. What really caught my eye was this, 50 to 100 feet of altitude. These planes normally flew at 25 to 30,000 feet, so this is somewhat unusual. Oblique shots, good quality, flown by Wing Commander William Lowry. In the description, they talk about ban lump sum, which is what the RAF called Wang Po at the time. They describe excellent low obliques showing the Wang Po Viaduct, already reported damaged on 28th of March and again on 3rd of April, now has considerable breaks in at least 4 places and is completely unserviceable. The report gives the relevant photo numbers. Excellent low obliques of the badly damaged Wang Po Viaduct from only 100 feet up? If these photos still exist, they would be extraordinary. I was able to get a few of the photos, and 2 of them are indeed extraordinary. On the right is frame F0003 approaching the viaduct, and on the left is frame F0006, taken a few seconds later and starting to fly past the viaduct. These are very high-resolution photos, and we can zoom in and see the bridges. Let's start from the north end of the viaduct, where most people get off the train or tour bus and start exploring the area. The area is very different in 1945, of course. There is only forest here around the railway. Now there is a halt where the trains stop here, with a tourist market and a big restaurant on the riverbank here. This is the first very short bridge as you walk toward the main viaduct. This is the second bridge, spanning the ravine in front of the Tham Krasae cave. One thing which goes unnoticed today is the enormous concrete base which was built for the bridge, which is now obscured by bushes. Across a small ledge, we come to the first of the 2 main viaduct sections. Comparing the concrete foundations with current photos, you can see that the current foundations in this section of the viaduct are original. Now we start to see the damage to the bridge. The track has been destroyed in 2 places, and there is a huge pile of wrecked bridge timbers and twisted rails from previous attacks. Also note that the forest on top of the cliff has been obliterated by all the bombing, and large rocks have fallen onto the railway track in a few places. Curving around the ledge before the last section of viaduct, we see that the concrete reinforcement along this slope has been almost entirely destroyed. Moving to the last section of the viaduct, we can see 3 huge gaps in the structure. Again, we see the wreckage of the viaduct scattered down the slope, and also severe damage to the concrete base which the bridge sits upon. Have a look at this short section of the viaduct which remains standing, near the far end. If you look carefully at the concrete foundations, these exact foundations are still visible in the photo below, spaced between the modern replacements. It looks like a crater in the concrete base from a previous raid has been hastily repaired with timber supports here. We come to the far end of the viaduct, and the size of the concrete base which the bridge sits on is fully apparent. In the photo below, we can see that the base is completely covered with bushes, and there are now steps down to the riverbank in this gap. A little farther on, we come to the point where today there is another halt where the trains make a brief stop. Just out of the frame to the right was the Japanese camp and anti-aircraft defenses, which were obviously not up to the job of stopping the relentless Allied attacks on this bridge. And that's all for this quick but close-up look at the badly damaged Wang Po Viaduct. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.